Are you ready to listen to a podcast?
Here comes the Playhouse Podcast, thanks to Bradshaw and Bryan Law Offices.
Find, subscribe, and listen.
I'm going to say the unicorn.
I have the palm face as my favorite as of right now.
Did you hear all the ones they're adding?
Yes, I just looked at this list.
Oh, all the ones I literally thought they had.
High five.
Isn't that this one? You can use it as like or will it be going like this?
Yep. It's a high five.
So then it'll look like a print.
Facing high, facing left. There'll be a wireless, like a Wi-Fi emoji as well.
Okay.
A shaking face emoji. It's supposed to mean you're shocked by something, like, ah! The donkey.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a new animal. By the way, there's also going to be a moose and a goose and a blackbird and a jellyfish. But the donkey is going to make it.
Okay.
And then the biggest one that everyone wanted the most is the new pink heart emoji. There's already a pink double heart.
Yeah.
But apparently that wasn't good enough, so people started asking for the singular pink heart. There's also a blue heart and a gray heart.
You know, we don't have a breast cancer ribbon. Isn't that weird? There's a pink ribbon, but it's not like for the amount of people that have breast cancer. Isn't that strange?
There's not a... Really?
Breast
I'm just trying to think of...
cancer. No, like if you type in breast, it's a woman breastfeeding, or a pink ribbon that looks like it would go in a little girl's hair. It's not a ribbon. So I thought that was weird that they haven't put that on there yet.
That is odd. There it is. You should start sending... Well, see,
I'm sure
you're an Android user, so nobody's ever going to listen to you. And rightly so. You people are demented.
You really do take advantage of the power of the microphone, you know. And you offend a lot of Android. Wow.
I don't even know what you're talking about. What are you even meaning?
Guess what?
Just this thing goes over here, right here, like
I'm
that.
going to use the donkey.
How many dogs did you have growing up?
We had one when I was growing up.
Okay.
And that was Gracie, Lou Freebush.
That's such a great name.
But then when I moved out, then they got Sophie. And then Sophie got cancer. I feel like all yellow labs get cancer. I don't know why.
You got to remember, most humans will die from cancer, and most dogs, I think, also die from some kind of cancer.
That was a day, man. Gracie got like this huge tumor as well. That's really sad. And then we had to put them both down.
What kind of dogs?
One was a Scottish Terrier and then the yellow lab.
And did you ever put sunscreen on either of them?
No.
Right? Laughable. When I read this, I laughed as well. But if you don't put sunscreen on your dog during the summer, according to the American Kennel Club, you should.
I have never heard of that. Where do you put it? On their little nose?
Yeah.
And that's it.
Over half of us have never applied sunscreen on our dogs, but dogs can get sunburned. It could lead to skin cancer. So certain dogs are a little bit more at risk for sunburn, especially the ones with short white coats or the hairless breeds. So Dalmatians, bulldogs, Chinese crested dogs, they can all get sunburn a little more easily, but even dogs with thick coats can burn on their ears, their nose, and their bellies.
Okay.
And
so I get the hairless dogs, but even like a Dalmatian, I wouldn't think of.
It's really short hair on the Dalmatian. So here's the deal. If you don't want to use human sunscreen because it might have ingredients that are toxic to dogs, I mean, obviously do your research. They recommend getting a waterproof, unscented dog sunscreen with an SPF of at least 30. Now, I sometimes have my spidey senses go off when I read stuff like this going, hey, this is a new business venture and they're trying to scare you.
Yeah.
I just want to know if there's anyone listening that actually puts sunscreen on their dog, because I giggled when I first read it. Kat, you just heard her snicker when she first heard it. But are you actually putting sunscreen on your dog? You're going to take it for a walk. You're going to let him outside for a while, right? Maybe you got a fenced-in yard, and you're like, hey, afternoon, buddy, go out there. And I know every dog will find its shade, and they get tired and stuff like that. But we took our dog for 2 walks yesterday. I never once thought about giving her any sunscreen.
Yeah, I would never. And I still don't think people will do that.
I just think it's really, really odd. But are you putting sunscreen on your dog? Are you ahead of the curve?
Radio Paparazzi.
This man is incredible. It's weird to think that he only was recognized because he was on a music competition show. But during an arena show in Italy, Queen and Adam Lambert, they paid tribute to the birthplace of opera. Listen to him. Wow. Brava. So impressive.
Guy is super talented.
All right, so Dave Coulier, you know him as Uncle Joey from Full House, but he is always getting asked, are you the subject of Alanis Morissette's song "You Oughta Know"? And it's always been a rumor, and now he's like, actually, yeah.
This is sad.
I'm driving in Detroit, and I hear the hook for "You Oughta Know" come on the radio, and I'm like, wow, this is a really cool hook. And then I start listening to the lyrics going, ooh, oh, no. Well, I can't be this guy. And I went to the record store, bought the CD, and I went and I parked on a street, and I listened to the whole record, and there was a lot of familiar stuff in there. And I thought, I think I may have really hurt this woman. Years later, we reconnected. She couldn't have been sweeter. And I said, what do you want me to say when people ask me about this relationship? And she said, you can say whatever you want. So she was really sweet about it.
If you read the lyrics, you're like, Dave Coulier, that is not nice, unless it's super exaggerated, but it doesn't sound like it.
Sometimes you take some liberty when you're writing music, stories, stuff like that.
All right, so Billie Eilish talking about what she'll never leave home without her beauty products.
If I know that I'm going to sleep somewhere else, I will literally pack an entire bag, and it's filled. I really enjoy it. It makes me feel really good and happy and like very cozy and good. If I'm missing any of this stuff, I really feel bad. I just don't feel good.
Don't you remember like when you're 18 and you only bring like yourself? Now I'm 37. I have a bag. I have all my acne stuff.
Guys can still get away with this.
My serums.
I can use someone else's deodorant. I need a toothbrush.
I need my ergonomic
toothbrush.
Pillow. I need pajamas. I need everything. I'm a weirdo.
All right, I'm going to have to see pics as we get into the fourth before you hit the door.
All right. MnDOT is confirming that there is a completion date for that sprawling I-94 project.
Oh, I haven't even noticed. There's something going on 94.
Yeah, it's between Maple Grove and Clearwater. It's been happening for 4 years.
Decades.
I know. So the last stage from Monticello to Hasty goes in, and it's going to wrap up August 13th, weather permitting. Hopefully, they put like a rush on it, and it could end before. You never know. That'd be pretty cool. All right, so several were left with non-life-threatening injuries when fireworks went on inside a movie theater in Eagan.
Our officers had several 911 calls that there was a firework that went off.
Kind of a jackass brings a firework into a movie theater.
Too many people out there think it's okay to just do this crazy stuff. And I'm so happy that there is like a massive investigation into what went on 4th of July in Minneapolis, because those cars, the fact that it wasn't just one, it was like 5 different cars driving around shooting fireworks at people point blank range is so nonsensical. I can't wrap my mind
People are on
around it.
too high alert for mass shootings right now, and rightly so.
Yes.
It's going to end really, really bad when you bring fireworks into a public place and it's not like the 4th of July.
And do not feel bad anymore about narking on people. I mean, make that anonymous phone call, give some specific details as to how it could be that person, and let's shut it down. I mean, it's so dumb. This 4-year-old boy in Kentucky, we're seeing this a lot too, feeling like they can talk a certain way to police officers.
You look tough or not?
Yeah.
Why did you even come to our house?
To see you?
Why did you even come to see us? Bye. Have a good day.
Whoa!
Slams the door in the cop's face.
What were they there for?
I have no idea, but the mom was putting the dogs away, so she didn't hear what the kid was saying, but she was telling him to stop talking, and he was just like, why are you even here? And then just slams it in the cop's face. So,
And you wonder why people aren't signing up for the police force anymore.
I know.
You're getting the door slammed in your face by 4-year-olds.
The lack of respect. Just know I appreciate you. All right, so Law and Order SVU star Chris Maloney, he is celebrating in honor of National Nude Day. The story came out that he exercises nude, and people, I guess, had an issue with it here.
Apparently, some people think the way I work out is strange.
For Peloton.
Honestly, I don't get it. Me? I don't think using the Peloton app is strange at all.
Users are represented by 2 separate yet equally motivated groups. Those who wear pants and Christopher Maloney.
That guy's always been in really good shape. Every movie he's in, he's jacked all the time.
He looks so good. He's in his 60s, and he looks incredible. But it's also not only National Nude Day, but celebrate with some ice cream. Sunday is going to be National Ice Cream Day. It's going to be a warm weekend.
I'm glad they at least do it on a Sunday because it's Ice Cream Sunday.
Very cute. Yeah, so go ahead and pick up some ice cream to celebrate at the end of the
All-time
weekend.
favorite?
I'm a Neapolitan, so I'm going to go like 3 for 1. You give me one solid scoop.
Have you had the Neapolitan beer at...
I won't do it.
Pantown, yeah. Oh, it's delicious.
I'm a sour.
It's so good.
That's it. Sour or cider all the way.
When I worked at Haagen-Dazs, one year, so I worked there over my birthday, and our owner gave me a gallon of chocolate peanut butter.
Yeah.
Because he knew that was my favorite. That's it. That chocolate
just sounds
peanut butter.
so heavy.
Woo!
Let's begin now.
It was 20 years ago this hour that my wife's water broke. And later that day, I became a daddy for the first time. Yeah.
Should we call him and wake him up?
No.
Oh.
He took the day off of work. And he's got one of these jobs, these summer jobs, where he comes home exhausted because he does landscaping.
Yeah.
So they're moving block around. They're doing this. They're digging that or whatever. And he came home yesterday, and he had already taken today off to spend the long weekend with his friends and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And if you called him today and woke him...
What would he do?
What
could he possibly do?
I have a kind, generous, really, really good-hearted 20-year-old son. But he got his daddy temper. And
he does not.
He will snap. I've seen him snap on a dime.
He would not to me.
Not to you.
No. So I could do it.
But I'd pay for the next couple of years. Okay. So happy birthday to my little man, Peyton. It was crazy because 20 years ago, when Trisha's water broke, we were living in this apartment, and she's like, I think my water broke. And we're on the, we have a carpeted bedroom at this place.
Yeah.
And I rushed her into the bathroom real quick, and I made her stand in the tub. And I'm like, I don't want to clean that stuff up, right?
You didn't put her face in it, did you? Rubber face? No. You will sit in this tub.
Don't you ever stink up my carpet again.
Until you don't.
Well, we were, first-time parents. We had the bag packed.
Yep.
We had the plan all done. We were living in Duluth at the time. And our parents are about an hour south of Minneapolis, both our sets of parents. And I call into my boss, who's doing the morning show on the radio station I was working at. And I'm like, I'm not going to be in today. And he's like, he does one of those. I go, Trisha's water just broke. He goes, oh, no problem. I'll get somebody then.
Is it like when my water broke and you said, you don't need anything, do you?
No, but he was doing a morning show. Like, there was nothing to need. He goes, is everything all right? And I said, yeah, we're on our way to the hospital right now.
Yeah.
And we get her checked in, and it seemed like it took forever. I was under the impression by watching movies that you check in, they put her in the room, and then a couple of minutes later, you hear the baby crying, your day just goes on, right? Mm-hmm. Well, it wasn't like that. They had to do the Pitocin, and then they, this and this, and then it was twist. And then the weird part was, and this was, I know everyone's got a pregnancy story, but when he was born, the cord was wrapped around his neck.
Oh, God.
And it was as a first-time parent, what happened was all of a sudden, it's happening. And then there's commotion, and all I see are like 5 nurses and an extra doctor in the room at the time, right?
Yeah.
And my heart is racing. And Trisha's mom, who is the world's biggest worrier, sees this happening too. Okay. And I can see her pacing her feet back and forth outside the door, through the little thing or whatever. And they just had to use the salad spoons and kind of twist him and make sure the cord got unwrapped and stuff like that. And everything was good after that. But it was that was a crazy couple of minutes. But it's weird to think that was a whole 20 years ago, man.
Wow. I just cannot believe where time has gone. It seems like just yesterday he was 19.
When we moved here, he was only like 2 or 3 years old. It was buck wild.
I'm reading this text from this guy. Did you see it?
No.
Derek left some stuff behind at his remote.
Like cocaine?
No, he doesn't do cocaine. But this guy goes, you left behind a mic holder, and that's the mic holder. That's our our selfie.
It's a selfie thing. It's like a phone holder.
And then he goes, if you want it back, I'm taking it home. Instead of just leaving it at Cooper.
On a Fortune Friday here in the KCLD Playhouse, ladies and gentlemen, we tarot carded up. Now, we bought these tarot cards at a garage sale, I don't know, almost 3 summers ago for $25. So
let me use the power of the tarot to show you the way. Call me now for your free reading.
Kat has cut the cards and the cheese. Wow. And is ready to go. How's Emily feeling today?
Pretty good. How about you?
Good. Have you ever had a tarot card reading, Emily?
I have. I've had a couple.
Okay, and I'm sure they're going to pale in comparison as to what you're about to experience on the radio right now, because we did find these 1960s tarot cards at a rummage sale about 3 summers ago.
I know we had Psychic Kim on yesterday. She's all well and good, but does she have these cards in front of her?
They're tattered, they're torn, but they're. It's almost like when you have a cast iron skillet, where the more you use them, the better it is. So we found out ahead of time that you're an Aquarius, correct?
Correct.
All right, what's going on with Emily, Kat?
I'm not loving your horoscope for today. Get ready for a bumpy ride. The universe will leave you scrambling, feeling out of control. However, you have to keep in mind that the only person that truly has the power over yourself is yourself. So disorganization and irresponsibility of other people are going to make it difficult for you to find patience. But it says try not to micromanage, because that's going to drive you out of control, okay?
Okay.
Does it feel like, are you dealing with people like that just want to make your life more difficult?
I mean, work has kind of been crazy, but yeah.
Okay.
That's what I thought.
Just take a breath. This weekend evidently looks good for you, though, okay?
Okay.
Now,
all right.
Your future.
Here we go. The card that jumped out while you were on hold was the 10 of Cups, which stands for...
Oh, no.
Celebration, wisdom, and completion. So that's a good thing for you. Completely prepared to take on the world. I don't know if these cards mean the immediate future or later on, but it says that you do have some celebrating in store for you, okay?
Yeah, are you celebrating something? An anniversary, birthday, something like that?
Not yet.
That's what I thought.
But you will be. You have a birthday coming up, right?
In February.
Right.
That's what I thought.
Right.
He doesn't know what signs stand for what month, so forget him. All right.
I mean, you have something to celebrate coming up, right? Like you woke up today, right?
Right.
That's what I thought.
There.
Look at that glass half full guy.
These cards are always right, Emily. Thank you. Have a great weekend.
We just needed you to say right for our sound bit here. So.
Grace, I know you heard that, and I bet your confidence could not be bigger in knowing that, we're about ready to read your tarot. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right.
I got a question for you after I read your horoscope, because I think I might know what kind of person you are.
Grace is a Virgo, by the way, Kat.
There we go. Your internet usage could get in the way of work today. So though you'll feel tempted to express your thoughts and feelings on your favorite platforms, issues could arise with misinformation that could lead to also a heated debate, which is never fun, takes up too much of your time. And there's also a risk that you could end up in the intellectual standoff with someone that has opposing views. All right?
Okay.
Are you one of those people that literally whatever you think goes onto your social media?
No.
Okay. That's good. Are you lying to me?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, that's good, because some people just don't know boundaries. All right. So the card that popped out for you, you ready?
Yep.
The Page of Wands.
Oh, no.
Why do you always say, oh, no? You have no idea. It stands for imagination, fun-loving, and creativity. 2 really positive cards in a row. So this is good for you. So may indicate that you're going to find a creative skill, like an outlet, and you'll be able to have fun with that. All right?
All right.
Does that sound like you?
Yeah.
That's what I
thought.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure. I feel like you're lying again.
That's what I thought.
No.
Okay. I'm just joking.
Grace, you're the best. I hope you have a really, really good weekend, okay?
Thank you.
Hey, can we do mine real quic? You still have everything in front of you?
Yeah. What are you,
I'm a Libra.
loser? Oh, Libra. Libras. All right, Libras out there. You may have a hard time getting ready this morning. Did you?
No.
Okay.
Pretty seamless.
So it says your wardrobe is going to be terrible. Oh, creepy. The vibe around the office might get a little wonky as well. And mismanagement could leave you feeling uncertain about how to proceed with work. Don't be afraid to ask questions when you're uncertain about things.
My entire morning.
Oh, my
That was
God.
spookily
See,
close.
I got you on board
that was
almost.
Spookily close.
That was really freaky. I got to read mine now. All right, so Rutgers did a survey, and they just want to let people know that 5-second food rules are not a thing. Like, I don't know where people were like, hey, if this falls on a toilet seat, I have 5 seconds real quick. Nothing will attach to it.
I want to know who started that.
I don't know.
You know what it
Probably
was?
a farmer because, yes, you know how many farmers come out to my remotes and, like, if a brat falls, 5 seconds, you know, like, they don't care because they're so hardcore that
It was a mom.
aren't
It was a mom who didn't want to remake something for their kid. It was a mom who cut up a hot dog for a 1-year-old.
Yeah.
And it dropped on the floor, and she goes, "Oh, I don't want to make another one. 5-second rule, eat it."
I know. They did this with watermelon, bread, gummy bears, a whole bunch of different types of food, not just things that would stick.
The gummy bears I won't subscribe to because it picks up everything. It's too sticky. But
it doesn't matter. They fall. Whatever could fall, they test.
You tell me you pull a French fry out of the air fryer, you're not eating it if it hits the floor? Every day I'm eating that.
That's why. Why wouldn't you?
It could be a 5-minute rule. I could leave the kitchen, go eat my French fries while I'm watching the baseball game, come back to put my plate in the sink and see a fry on the floor, and I'm eating that.
Maybe that's a my germ rule. You know, like it's my house, my germs, so I'm okay with it rather than being out at like a baseball game.
You want to know how to never have to worry about that again? Get a golden doodle.
They'll just snatch it.
They sit there waiting for something to fall out of your mouth, and then they eat it immediately. But we have got ours trained where she will not eat a grape. She will not eat chocolate. There's two things. She if we don't say something, here's how it works. If we don't say something right away, like you drop something, you go, Addison, and she'll immediately know that it's got to be chocolate or a grape because she cannot touch it. She'll back away.
Yeah.
But anything else, we just go, whatever.
Will it instantly kill a dog?
I don't think it has to be a pretty high quantity, but it can get them pretty sick.
Okay. Do you subscribe to the 5-second rule? Have you ever tricked somebody or done it yourself, or you're just okay with it?
Hey, Brian, what do you do for a living, man?
I am a baseball umpire.
Okay.
I go ahead and volunteer my time so kids can play baseball.
Oh, thank you.
Well, this kid playing baseball, he got a hot dog before the inning, and he was eating it, and he dropped the hot dog in a mud puddle.
No.
And I told the kid, I said, you know what? You got 5 seconds and it's still good. So he reaches down in the mud puddle, wipes up and bit part of it, and his mom just rolled her eyes at me.
Oh, my God. So now we know who started this 5-second rule. Adults did.
Of course they did.
Adults did, and then those kids grew up to become adults to continue the lie.
The mud puddle hot dog.
Just want to let you know, 5-second rule, not a thing.
Kill you dead.
Trending is this interview that Pete Davidson did where he's kind of raving about how great his mom was and how much fun she tried to make his life because, you know, his dad died in 9/11 and he was very young. And so he went without a father. And so she kind of tried to make up for it by doing fun things like camping out at places he wanted to go.
Slept outside to see Harry Potter, like tried to get a PS3, stayed in the car with my mom for like a day outside.
Wow.
Like, it's just like, I'm so grateful to be a part of like that before like
Can't
phones.
let you speed pass. Did you step outside to see Harry Potter?
100%, dude. Dressed up. It was lit. Me and my mom.
Really?
Yeah.
Lit.
Awesome.
But we don't do Black Fridays anymore. They're just like non-existent. You don't have to do that because all the deals come out online
People
the day
that
before.
would be sleeping out for 2 days in front of Best Buy
Oh my God.
bananas.
So we used to do Black Friday at the mall, and it was such a thing. And I loved watching people and like the race to get the deal. I thought it was fun. But like to come to work that morning to grab what we needed and then go, people would be sleeping along the Herberger's building to get in and get like 4 pillows for $1 or whatever. And so I want to know, did you ever have to camp out anywhere?
One time I went with my friend Jason and we slept out overnight to get Garth Brooks tickets.
Garth Brooks. Oh, mine was a concert situation too. I didn't, which is why I was the, is it an apostrophe or is it like a star?
I think it's a star. It's an asterisk.
What is it? Asterisk, whatever. But they all were out with their moms all night. And then they got that extra ticket for me. I was like, suckers, but thank you. But yeah, did you camp out anywhere for anything and you ended up getting a cool deal on something? Let me know. This would actually be a pretty cool opportunity for maybe you have somebody that's going to be a senior this year. School districts around St. Cloud still say they're very desperate in need of tutors for students that are falling behind in crucial subjects like reading and math. I mean, your senior knows 3rd grade math, 4th grade math. So to sit down and make some money, they could make a stipend every 2 weeks and then plus up to $4,500 to help pay for college tuition or student loans, it's kind of a no-brainer. So sit down with your senior and see if they'd like to help with this. They don't have to do too many hours. It says either 35, 25, or 18. Sounds pretty manageable. And then you're also helping out the youth, which is pretty cool.
Plus, what great leadership skills you're developing. You know what I mean? That's
exactly.
a good way to do that.
Tutors will work with students starting in August through June of 2023. So this is like a promised job if they do exactly what they need to do. A new website. It's called soundofcolleagues.com. It's helping people work from home that miss the sounds of the office. So if it's a personal choice and you're working from home, then go into work. But if your work doesn't need you to go in, then you can go ahead and put that ambiance on.
I don't know if I'd miss that sound. My wife just, says, Alexa, play 104.7 KCLD, and then just listens from the kitchen, you know what I mean? So it's background noise and stuff. So.
Yeah, so people, rain on the window, telephones, coffee machines, stuff like that. If you miss it, then go ahead and download it. A D.C. woman is talking about how she has had the wheels off her car stolen 3 times in the last 9 months.
Every single day I drive by a car that is on crate. That's not normal. I'm just disappointed in society. You have those experiences where things restore your faith in humanity. This happening over and over again, it's just disappointing. What a terrible human being to be so incredibly selfish.
You need to park over a snake pit.
3 times?
Detour their idea.
The other thing is I would just stop having nice things.
Like a car? It doesn't matter.
No.
They're wheels.
No, I don't. You don't think she probably has nice rims on this and that's why it's getting stolen?
I do not think Kelly Rourke of D.C. has nice rims. I think she's just buying new tires.
How do you know Kelly's not a baller?
And new tires are what they're looking for. So every time she gets her tires stolen, was she going to buy old tires?
Yeah, you buy them used.
So I feel really bad, but I think she needs to find like a parking garage or something where they.
But gosh, that's just it's so expensive to park in some big cities to begin with.
I bet. All right, so Travis Herzog is a weatherman from Houston's ABC News affiliate, and he was live on air when what he was talking about actually happened.
You have this kind of heat over major populations, you get a big draw on that electric demand, and it looks like we may have just switched over to generator power. Our lights just went out. 104 in Huntsville. It is excessive heat in College Station at 105 degrees. We are looking at,
this dude rolled. He rolled.
We're back now.
You see him roll right through it? They had a blackout during the newscast, and he rolled right through it.
Our Minneapolis girl, she gets copied over and over again, and she makes those. Do you remember that girl where she's like,
yeah, it went slow because, that was it. Yeah, what was that? That
was just a glitch.
A glitch on the green screen, right?
Yeah, but it slowed her down, not this guy, and that is the port before he hit the door.
It's Friday, and I like it. It's Friday, and I like it.
Okay, get us started, will you? Why does Friday rock for you?
Well, it rocks because this is our last tournament for baseball concessions, and I'm very happy about that. I get a little break until fall ball. We have a barbecue on Sunday, just a little get-together with my family, lunch with my boys today. It's payday today.
It is.
And then hot tub drinking with my friend Sarah on Saturday. And we have a plan to build a pyramid in the pale moonlight, and that is what I'm excited for, and that's why my Friday rocks.
It's Friday, and I like it. It's Friday, and I like it.
We got one more big baseball tournament for this weekend. Very excited about that. We'll be in Maple Grove, and our first game is at like 4 o'clock today. So that'll kind of encompass most of the weekend, but celebrating my man Peyton, my 20-year-old. I can't believe I have a 20-year-old son.
That's crazy.
It was this day 20 years ago. You made me a daddy, so happy birthday. Enjoy your weekend. Just fun to see your kids get big and independent. He's a man now. He's got a job and a car and hairy. And then he doesn't have air conditioning, so he comes to my house all the time now during the summer, so I like that. So happy birthday, man. That's why my Friday rocks.
It's Friday, and I like it. It's Friday, and I like it.
April, welcome to the show with our friends at C&D Granite. Will you tell us why Friday rocks?
Thank you, because we are on our way to the Minneapolis airport to pick up my 10-year-old daughter that's been gone the whole summer at her aunt's house. So I am so totally excited to be doing this.
Oh, you just missed her so much. Did you make a fun sign that will embarrass her?
No, actually, I'm going to surprise her because she thought that I wouldn't be able to come due to my new job that I just started.
Oh, so
she
cool.
doesn't even know I'm going to be able to surprise her at the airport. So I'm just so
Love
super
it. Well,
excited, you guys.
Definitely tell her we all said welcome home on the radio to her, okay? All right, on Fridays we do a little thing called FML Friday, and it's just a chance to put a little bit more of a kind of side smile spin what hasn't been an amazing week. You want to get us started, please?
Yes. Today at work, I brewed myself a fresh cup of coffee. I set the hot coffee onto my desk. My phone rang, so I answered it, dumping it all over my face and my body. That was like me the other day. I was like, you get all cute for work, like the only day I do that month, and then just all over. Nothing.
Today, having been on hold on the phone for several minutes, I felt the need to release a fart. Just as I started my release, they picked up. We all heard it. FML.
Today, I'm on vacation in Ghana after having worn an anklet I bought here for the past 2 weeks. I was told that it was worn by the local women who are prostitutes. FML. You know what this is like? You got to do your research. It's like getting one of those, Asian symbols on your back that you think means like love and light, but it
who
means
Googles
milkshake.
What does it mean to wear an anklet in Ghana? You know what I mean?
Oh, well, you should.
Today, I found out that my family hides food from me. FM.
Oh, that was
L.
Okay. That would be the worst if they're hiding all the good stuff. Today, I learned that my boss was a pedophile. He knows that I know. This is because he saw me looking at him on the sex offender registry. FML.
Finally, today, while I was working as a teacher at my daycare, a 2-year-old girl decided the best way to share that she had pooped was to hand me some.
They do not get paid enough.
FML.
The Playhouse Podcast is made possible thanks to Bradshaw and Bryan Law Offices. Catch the live show weekdays from 5:30 to 9 on 104.7 KCLD. Now, share this with a friend.